in Alexandria. The Kremlin says Western oil price cap will not hinder military operation in Ukraine. And China may announce 10 new COVID-19 easing measures as early as Wednesday. Welcome back. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi on Monday inaugurated the Fouad Abu Zikri Axis in Alexandria, among several other developmental projects in the vital Egyptian coastal city. Named after one of the leading commanders of the Egyptian Navy during the October 1973 war, the Axis is an additional step in executing the state's strategy in enhancing roads and access network all over the country. More details.
President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi on Monday inaugurated the Fouad Abu Zikri Axis in Alexandria, which boosts links between the second Egyptian capital and the rest of the country and helps in achieving sustainable development goals in the governorate. The new axis, named after Commander Fouad Abu Zikri, is an additional step in executing the state strategy in enhancing roads and access network all over the country so that they become new lifelines that would support planned urban expansion. Honorary Field Marshal Abu Zikri was one of the leading commanders of the Egyptian Navy during October 1973 war. The 35 kilometers long axis would open new development horizons in West Alexandria, running from the Desert Cairo-Alexandria Road to the Sidi Krir Road and Burj Al Arab country, and comprising lanes in each direction. After its completion in all its phases, the Abu Zikri axis would help in linking the Dakhila port to both the Desert Road and the International Coastal Road. Thus, it would boost trade and transportation lines and provide vital development link between Alexandria and the new Alamein city. At the inauguration ceremony, President el-Sisi also witnessed the inauguration of several development projects in Alexandria. The president also honored consultant Dr. Abdessalem Salem, the supervisor of the Marshal Fouad Abu Zikri Axis construction, the recognition of his effort and the development of the project, which greatly contributes to easing traffic congestions in Alexandria. Later, the president conducted an inspections tour of the new projects in the city.
Alexandria, President el-Sisi said that the state is keen to maintain current local prices despite global hikes. He explained that the real costs of electrical power and fertilizer production would have added increases that cannot be afforded by the citizens. The president cited several other developmental projects, including Bashir al-Khair housing project, which is constructed on 220 faddans with a total capacity of 25,000 units. The president also cited the Masharif housing project in New Aimiriya city in Alexandria, which will be extended to an area of 1,500 faddans, emphasizing that the state is implementing projects in different sectors, not only in the transportation sector. As for the new road grid, the president said that this grid served only about 30 million citizens before 2014. But over the next 10 years, it would be enhanced to serve 100 million citizens. President el-Sisi said that the state is striving to create 1 million new job opportunities annually. The president also cited the Muntazah development project, stressing that it rescued As-Salamlik Palace from collapse. Addressing the inauguration of the new projects in Alexandria Governorate, Planning Minister Hala Said said that successive global economic crises and geopolitical tensions greatly impacted economies of several countries, including Egypt. The minister pointed out that these global crises led to supply chain disruptions and consecutive shocks that led to price hikes since late 2021. Said stressed that many world countries resorted to central banks intrusions to mitigate rising prices for their citizens, adding that advanced countries introduced incentive packages to the tune of nearly $16 trillion in order to counter the coronavirus shutdowns. The planning minister said that the state has several short, mid and long-term plans to enhance national economy's resilience in facing world challenges and crises. Also addressing the inauguration ceremony of the Fouad Abu Zikri axis in Alexandria, the Transportation Minister, Kamil El-Wazir, said that the ministry is carrying out a comprehensive development plan to transportation systems in all its sectors in Alexandria. El-Wazir added that the development and expansion of the Fouad Abu Zikri axis is one of several axis development projects in the important coastal city. The Transportation Minister also announced the establishment of the first line of the express electric train in Alexandria Governorate, which extends to a length of 675 kilometers. He added that the fourth line of the express electric train, which runs between Port Said and Abu Qir, is slated for establishment in the near future and will link 5 Egyptian seaports on the Mediterranean and 4 new cities. Sudan's military and political parties signed a framework deal on Monday that provides for a 2-year civilian-led transition towards elections and would end a standoff triggered by an army movement in October 2021. The initial agreement would limit the military's former role to a Security and Defense Council headed by Prime Minister, but leaves sensitive issues including transitional justice and security sector reform for further talks. The deal pledges to establish a new civilian-led transitional government to guide the country to elections and offers a path forward in the wake of Sudan's stalled transition to democracy. The Palestinian health officials said that a Palestinian man was killed by Israeli fire during a military raid in the occupied West Bank on Monday. It was the latest death in a recent surge of violence in the territory. The Israeli military has been conducting daily raids throughout the West Bank since the spring. The official Palestinian news agency Wafa said that soldiers entered the Dahish refugee camp near the city of Bethlehem early on Monday, sparking clashes with a group of local residents. It said that the soldiers then fired tear gas and opened fire at the crowd. The agency said that Omar Manaa, 22 years old, was killed while 6 other Palestinians were wounded and 4 were arrested.